Hello, this is Dale Carson, attorney, Jacksonville, Florida, author of the book Arrest Proof Yourself. We handle, among other things, as you may already know, traffic offenses. And a couple of things have come up this week that I'd like to educate you about so that you don't run into the same problem that some of our clients have. The first of these is about homeowners associations, okay? Homeowners associations are now calling local police and allowing the police to come in and sit inside the community and issue traffic citations to people who ignore stop signs. And this used to be a really favorite. It's called rolling the stop sign. You come up, it's an intersection, you can see very clearly because you're only going a quarter of a mile an hour that there's nobody coming. And you just go through the stop sign. Now, you can get a ticket in a private community for that, $159 in Jacksonville, and it costs 4 points. So, look, you need to be alert even inside your gated community for law enforcement issuing these citations. Now, there is a defense, and here's the defense. And it's not the "oh, come on" defense, which you're probably familiar with, right? The officer comes up, stands next to you, gets ready to issue a ticket, tells you what he's going to write it for, and you say, "oh, come on," right? It's not that defense. The defense is that the signs have to be exactly the same signs that are used in the rest of the state. Stop signs have to be the same size and color, along with the speed limit signs. Same size and color. All of the stuff has to be identical. If it's not, there's a pretty good chance you can have that thrown out. And of course, remember that your homeowners association that is insisting these people come in and enforce the laws because, young guys and gals tend to not pay attention. Now, let's talk about not paying attention, because this is really the reason we're talking today, and that's about a statute that really went into effect back in October of 2013. It's the texting rules. You are not prohibited to drive and text. And if you drive and text, you can have serious complications. Now today, under the law, it is a second stage charge. In other words, you have to be stopped for a primary charge: speeding, running a stop sign, rolling off the road, driving carelessly. And then the officer can also write you for texting while driving. Okay. Now, the legislature is currently making a concerted effort to make it a primary offense, not secondary. So if it's primary, then they can see you as, oddly enough, and I see this on the highway occasionally. I see people driving at 70, 80 miles an hour, texting. They're obviously a lot more physically adroit than I am, okay? Because I couldn't possibly do that. I might want to, but I couldn't do it. So when you take your eyes off the road for even the briefest period of time, things can change in front of you. You can cause an accident. You can hurt somebody else. And that really would be the worst, to hurt some innocent person who was minding their own business and you run them over with a 4,500-pound piece of iron. But I wanted to educate you about the actual potential charges, and they are texting again. There's a $30 fine for the first offense and no points. So that additional secondary charge doesn't cost you anything point-wise, but it does cost you $30. It's kind of a slap on the wrist. The second offense is 2 points, and it's a $60 fine. But what really is remarkable to me, and we handle a lot of these, if you're in an accident and you've been texting, so you get charged with careless and somebody saw you texting, and by the way, it probably has to be the police officer who saw you texting. Somebody can't just tell them they saw you texting. But that's 6 points if there's an accident involved. And the real problem with this is that it may be that the insurance company won't have to cover. If you're doing something your policy says, if you get in an accident and you're texting, we're not going to cover you. So that's something you need to look at in your own insurance policy to make sure you don't get hammered like that. Now, right, as I said, right now, it's not a primary offense, so the officer can't stop you for doing it. But the officer could stop you for weaving, careless driving, and then issue that citation. So look, be careful out there on the roads. We handle a lot of traffic citations, among other criminal events. Traffic citations typically are not criminal, they're civil. But if you have questions about this law or any law related to driving or carrying a concealed weapon, whatever it is, don't hesitate to give us a call here, 904-355-6777, or you can always get us on the net at www.dalecarsonlaw.com. I look forward to chatting with you.